report the news that nobody has the balls to report.
Why am I the only one breaking stories like this? You can call me Uncle Turtleboy, Clarence, Aidan. I don't care what you call me.
Did you not say that you were going to take my baby out of revenge and make him a transgender baby?
I think they don't like the things that I'm saying and they want me to stop saying them, but I'm not. I'm never going to stop. Now, these are the kind of stories, guys, that must be told. I'm just a guy who's breaking stories and reporting news from my basement.
Hey, what's up, Turtle Riders? How's everybody doing tonight? Good? I like the new intro there. Thanks to the Turtleboy production team there on that one. Pretty spiffy stuff, if I do say so myself. All right, guys, welcome to the Turtleboy live show. I'm your host, Uncle Turtleboy. I just went ahead and I shared the link to the stream on the various social media pages that we still have, guys, which, by the way, have not been taken down in, like, forever. Like, they're letting us stay on, and, like, for the first time ever, we haven't had a Facebook page taken down in over a year. Some fucking how. Something must have happened. I don't know. The Democrats come into power and all of a sudden fucking problems go away. They stop fucking with you. It's weird how that kind of works out. So go ahead and like all our social media pages. My personal account, Clarence Woods Emerson, which is about 26,400 followers. I lost about 100 because of my defense of Kyle Rittenhouse. I regret nothing. It was great. Good riddance to all those losers. Also, go follow me at the Turtleboy Sports Facebook page and the Uncle Turtleboy page. Like them all. Get on there. And, yeah, follow all those. Like them, comment, share, all that shit. Get everyone on there, all right? Also on Twitter, I'm closing in on 10,000 Twitter followers. I think I'm at 9,730 right now. So go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Dr. Turtleboy, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, because if Jill Biden is a doctor, then fuck it. So am I. Am I missing anything? Also, my backup Twitter account at Turtleboy Phone. I tweet on both, so follow them both. Follow one, follow the other. You'll love it, I promise. Okay. I think I got everything. Oh, one more thing. As you guys know, we are banned from the super chat for monetizing on YouTube. So if you, because they don't want you. This is all part of the cancel culture shit. They don't want people like me to be able to make a living doing what I'm doing. And they know that, like, if they have the super chat up, people are going to donate, right? People like to see the big screen. They like the name up there. They like to do the message. They like all that stuff. And they like Turtleboy. So they are trying to interfere in you and I's, contractual relationship, our business relationship that we have here. Well, they took that away from us, okay? They took away the monetizing. They took away the super chat. Well, guess what? Libertarians are always telling us, build your own platform. That's just the fuck what we did. So what I'm going to do right here is I have gone ahead and I have, boom, posted the link to the Turtle Chat platform that we built. How that works is if you guys, feel like, you like the program and you want to contribute to it, you can send a Turtle Chat. And when you do that, you can write whatever message you want. Give a shout out to your boy, your dog, maybe call out a backstabbing hoe, a plus-sized one, perhaps. Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of people. Maybe somebody let some asshole out on bail for $1,000 and he killed 6-7 people. Something like that happens. If you want to call somebody out like that, maybe somebody owes you child support, who knows? That's your chance to do it on the Turtle Chat. I will have no choice but to show the message that you write on the big screen. So if you donate any amount of money, I will get a notification about it on my email on Turtle Chat. And I will, boom, show it on the big screen, just like we did with Super Chat, except Google doesn't take the 30%, and we all live happily ever after, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pin that to the top right there. So there it is at the top if you want to donate to that. Also, we have an Instagram account now, I believe. Where's the Instagram account? And I'm on Cash App. We can also do that way. If you donate via Cash App, $ Uncle Turtleboy, I will get a notification on my phone. I will read it out during the air. You can also send a message with that. Okay, where'd the Instagram page go? Actually, Anybody have a link to that? If anybody has a link to that, just post the Instagram in the comments. It's TV Daily News on Instagram. All right. So let's jump right into this, shall we? Okie dokie. So I am fucking fired up. I don't know about you guys, about all this fucking media. I swear to God, half of my mental health issues, I swear to God, come from caring about politics too much. I envy those who just don't give a shit, who go on their social media pages and they don't see any of this stuff. They're like, you know, bacon recipes. I want to be one of those people that just doesn't care. Are those people out there? I don't know. I feel like getting invested in politics has been just awful for my mental health. But thank you, Rod O'Byrne. He already said $5. He says, stay strong. You know, I'm going to go ahead and do that, Rod. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. So, and Lionel's like ratchets over politics. I don't know. I kind of disagree with that. I feel like, what do you guys like more with Turtleboy? The ratchet stuff or the news stuff? Like, you know, what's in the news, stuff like that. So vote 1 if you like the ratchet stuff. Vote 2 if you like the newsy stuff. Go ahead. 1 for ratchet stories, 2 for like news politics. Vote. Go. See what people say. See 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1. I'm seeing a good mix here. Seeing a good mix. Probably a little bit more ones. Okay, here come the 2s. Here come the 2s. Some more 1s. 1 and 2. That's cheating there, Christine Trixie. Okay. A lot of 2s coming in. A lot of 1s. I feel like it's kind of split down the middle there. Depends 2 mostly, but 1 is fun. Yeah, I agree. You know, so I think they're both important. The ratchet stuff isn't just a shame. It's to like highlight assholes that deserve to be called out, that have been getting away with shit for too long. Whereas like the news stuff is what I really I like that more, just to be honest with you. And because I'm a news junkie. I follow this shit. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm a completely different person on Twitter than I am on Facebook. Facebook, I mostly just, you know, repost the blogs, and occasionally I'll post something, very rarely. Twitter, I talk shit all the time. So get at me on Twitter. I'm much more fun on there, I promise. So anyway, we need to talk about what's been happening, though, in this country. In particular, I am so fucking sick of the media and Democrats and everything. I don't know if you guys read my blog today on the principal from New North, but I was like fired up in that. We need to talk about that right now. We're going to start with what happened in Waukesha. And just side note, if I could go on a tangent with this, I don't know what is it with the state of Wisconsin, but why does every like municipality in Wisconsin have like sound the same? They all have an SH in them or a K. They're all like Milwaukee, Waukesha. That just sounds like, I would assume that's in Wisconsin. Never heard of it before. I assume it's Wisconsin. Oshkosh is in Wisconsin, right? Sheboygan, Kenosha. They all sound the same. All these, and they all have the, like, it is the one of the most distinct accents in the country that only exists within the state of Wisconsin. It's horrible. I don't know what is it with that state, but no wonder they like the Packers so much. It's all they have. But anyway, so in Waukesha, I don't even never heard of this name. It sounds like some girl who just got her hair did. Waukesha, the terrorist. There's a terrorist attack by this gentleman named Darrell Brooks. Now, if you haven't seen the video on this already, it's pretty upsetting. An 8-year-old boy has just died. So there are 6 dead people now as a result of this attack. At this Christmas parade on Sunday morning or afternoon in Waukesha, Wisconsin. So let's watch again. If you don't like, horrific things, this is your chance to duck out. So here's some clips of what happened.
Get murdered!
Yikes. So that's obviously horrible. And imagine being there and seeing that shit, how fast they were going. There was also a link, I believe I put on Facebook that's even fucking more crazy. So again, if you don't like gore and shit, this is not the one for you. Let me show you this one.
You're the first one who actually said something. Thanks. What did you do? Happy Sunday. Yeah, we in Wisconsin.
So that's fucking terrible, obviously. I see people in the comments and they're saying, like, put the phone down. Like, what's she going to do? What's she going to call 911? You don't think it's a parade? The police are there, of course. They're going to get called eventually. I don't like when people villainize the camera person. The camera people are very important in this day and age. I don't know if you guys noticed this. The George Floyd thing, like, they are critical. Don't shit on the camera. That's a pet peeve of mine when people shit on the cameraman. So anyway, this is the guy who did it. His name is Darrell Brooks, and he's a real gem. So I kind of put forward, I noticed like the media was not pointing anything out about him and like the truth about him, because like, let's go back and revisit what happened in Charlottesville, Virginia 4 years ago, right? We all remember Charlottesville. Of course, how can you forget it? Like, Biden launched this campaign based on, Charlottesville built people's political careers. Democrats, of course, all Democrats. How many people died in Charlottesville? How many people were run over by that one guy? That one white supremacist there. One woman died, okay? It's tragedy, obviously, but one person died. How many people died at the Boston Marathon bombing? 3, right? A lot of people obviously lost legs and were maimed, and obviously the Boston Marathon bombing was a huge deal, right? And unlike the other, like this one and the other one, I guess there was a political motivation behind the Boston Marathon bombing, but I think the Charlottesville one's an interesting comparison because it was more recent. It happened in the Trump era, and it involved a car in a public event. And one person died in there. This one, 6 died. And it could go up. It could definitely still go up. Well, why isn't this being... you go on CNN's... If I go on CNN.com, is this on the front page? They might have updated it. I saw it earlier today. Yeah, like, let's go on CNN.com. Let's check this out. This is unbelievable. Actually, wait till you see what's on CNN's front page right now. Okay, so here's their front page. Here's CNN's front page. And you can see, okay, so right here, big thing. Jury finds Unite the Right defendants liable for more than $26 million in damages. So big thing here. For Charlottesville. This is literally Charlottesville 4 years ago. Then down here, lawmakers describe toxic work environment in Congress. So they're shitting on Republican congressmen there. Judge orders pro-Trump attorneys who brought, so it's anti-Trump shit. Trump's selfish refusal to accept will of voters laid bare again. Okay. Oh, up here, Wisconsin parade death toll rises to 6. Oh, parade death toll. That's what CNN calls this. The parade. It's just a parade death toll, guys. There's a bunch of people died at a parade. That's what fucking happened. Now compare this to what they said about Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse was immediately, slandered, libeled rather, and slandered as a white supremacist by the most powerful people in the world. Joe Biden, Ayanna Pressley, you name it. They all immediately called him a white supremacist. Of course, that was all made up. If you saw Kyle Rittenhouse on Tucker last night, he got on there and he was saying that he supports BLM. Oh my God, when he said that. But that just shows how naive and young Kyle Rittenhouse really is. Like, he has no fucking clue what he's talking about. He was literally there because he felt a personal investment in Kenosha because his dad lives there, who for some reason no one's ever seen. We only see his mom. And he was there cleaning up graffiti that Antifa and BLM left and protecting private property. That's it. He had no intention of using his gun, but you're going into a riot scene, so you should bring one. Duh. He didn't want any problems. He was just putting out fires and shit. And then this fucking child rapist starts running at him, and he starts running away. And then he gets cornered, and he turns around, and is like, fuck, I got to shoot you, dude. He shot him. Walks away. Trips. He gets surrounded by Antifa, and they start hitting him with a skateboard. Jump kick man comes in. Boom, he's got to shoot them too. White supremacist. He shot 3 white people. All criminals. One armed. Well, he actually has one arm, and he was armed. So one armed. Antifa Gage. And he also shot Joe Rosenbaum, who, not a single person out there would let their fucking Joe Rosenbaum babysit their kids unless you want them to have daddy issues the rest of their lives. And there was 𝗃𝗏, who was called by GoFundMe. GoFundMe called him a hero, and they still have the tweet up honoring him. All white. But yet he was a white supremacist somehow. Just called that. It turns out the whole thing was a lie. That's all we heard. Well, here we have in an hour north of there in Waukesha, Wisconsin, a guy who has some political ideology himself. Okay. So I kind of put together a thing, since no other media outlets seem to be doing this, of a bio of who this gentleman is. They've taken his rap video down, of course. This is what YouTube does. This is what the tech companies do. They protect their homies. They don't want the negative, stereotype getting out there that this guy was, in fact, a black supremacist. Unlike Kyle Rittenhouse, it's documented. He's a black supremacist, as we're going to see. And we need to start calling what it is, anti-white. And his rapper name is 𝗏𝗏 with an I. And in the rap video, he even has the fucking Ford that he used to run over all those people. Here's some music that he made.
I think that it would take a whole lot of nerve for white people today to ask Negroes, do they hate you?
Yeah. 𝗏𝗏. Thanks for the motivation. This that Malcolm X shit, revolutionary. This for my niggas in the can eating commissary. Okay. For every ghetto in America, I know they wait. This that fuck Donald Trump flow, and whoever hated. This for the street. AK-47 just like Malcolm nigga. This for the hood. AK-47 just like Malcolm nigga.
Anti-Trump. If he was pro-Trump, it's the first thing you would have heard about it. But you didn't hear that. If he had a pro-Trump rap album or whatever, you would have, the first thing you would have heard about. Here's another one. Here's another video. Nice guy.
What's the business? Phone jumping off the chain like what's the business? I'ma pull up with the yay like what's the business? Eating lunch with the blood like what's the business? Hey, y'all double drum like what's the business? 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 I'ma hit your chest brain. What's the
Nice guy. Nice guy. Real, unfortunately, he's alive. And on Facebook, they removed his account. And this is another issue I have with like these. Remember they didn't release his name for a while? But Facebook could find out his name. And Facebook could find out, does he have an account? And they want to delete it. And they did delete it. That should be illegal. They always do this to these terrorists, these bad people. That's destroying evidence. Like you can use a lot of this stuff in trial to prove motivation, to see who they're friends with. There's a lot of things, conversations that they have. That should be illegal. So let's look at some of the posts he has. Here's one. White South Africans are preparing for the slaughter and removal of all whites. Oh, okay. No matter how much you trust the police, always remember the police are trained to never trust you. Okay, so he doesn't like the cops. Here's a picture of Martin Luther King looking over a field of white people picking cotton as a black person whips them. So clearly this is the world that he wants to live in. He is a black supremacist. Let's call this exactly what it is. Nobody else in the media has the balls to do this. I do, because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit if your feelings are hurt by this. I don't care if this offends you, fuck boy. I'm not here to fucking cater to your fake outrage and your fake sensibilities because it's not real. You don't believe that not a single person out there believes Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist. But this gentleman actually is a black supremacist. He wants white people to be killed. He's very clear in that. And blah, blah, blah. And by the way, after the election of Glenn Youngkin, we kept hearing about how this is a white backlash, right? White backlash. Yeah, it is. It is a white backlash. What the fuck is wrong with that? What the fuck? Like, you attack white people through schools. I mean, it's insane. Like, we have to call them this what this is. This is an attack on fucking white people. Enough of this shit. Critical race theory, what's happening in schools, it's anti-white. It all is. I'm so sick of fucking being taught that white people are the fucking cause of all problems. I'm not the cause of the problem. The fuck did I do wrong? So we need to start calling that. White folks in 400 years of white folks, Jesus, and white folks, self-hatred, blah, blah, blah. This could be us, but y'all scared. So he wants to be a revolutionary and like take guns out and shit. Legally allowing white supremacy. Yeah. Cops of the Klan. Here's some anti-Semitic shit he posted about the Jews. He doesn't like the Jews. Okay. He says Hitler knew who the real Jews were. So that's good. Learned and taught behavior. So when we start back knocking white people the fuck out, I don't want to hear it. The old white people too. Knock them the fuck out, period. The old white people too. He posted this and then he ran over a parade filled with old people. He killed so far 3 of the 6 dead people are over 70. He just ran them over. He literally says it, knock them the fuck out. And he did. Have you seen this on CBS News? Have you seen this on CNN? Have you seen anywhere that like Waukesha, have you seen him referred to as a terrorist? Which he is. No, they initially lied to you and they told you that this guy was they said he was in a crash. That's what CBS is saying. He's in a crash. No, he wasn't in a crash. They said, oh, well, he was fleeing another incident. The police were chased, so it's the police's fault. Nope, turns out that was a lie too. They don't want to call him a terrorist because even the cops who are running the police department, they don't have the balls to come out and say what the fuck it is. It is a terrorist. It's an anti-white terrorist incident. That's what this is. A BLM-inspired, Democrat-inspired, anti-white terrorist incident. Boom. That's what it is. So, he also is a big supporter of the BLM movement. Now, Andy No and Tim Pool today were criticized by an outlet called the Daily Beast. It's like a liberal media outlet. They fucking suck. They're useless. And I had a tweet that kind of got a lot of, again, follow me on Twitter. Let me show you this tweet that I had today that got a lot of traction. Because we're going to see this guy was 100% BLM. Okay. So the Daily Beast puts out this story. Andy, no, the guy who stole my story. That's okay. We like him now. He goes, how big-time right-wing trolls Andy No and Tim Pool tied the Waukesha killings to BLM. They tied it because one of the first things, Andy No was out there and Tim Pool was out there and I was out there going through this guy's social media. I found it before they took it down. I screenshotted everything I needed to. As you can see, it's gone now. That's what I do. And showing that this guy was 100% in support of BLM. But how do they phrase it? They said how big-time right-wing trolls. Tim Pool has a successful YouTube show with over 1 million subscribers, and he's influential. He has almost 1 million followers on Twitter. Andy No is a self-made independent journalist who gets the shit kicked out of him routinely by Antifa. He's like actually on. He can't even go like anymore. He's too well known at this point. And they're trolls. That's what the Daily Beast calls them, trolls. Tied the Waukesha killings to Black Lives Matter. So I didn't even read the article. I just said this. This was and I got a lot of traction on this. How Andy No and Tim Pool tied the Waukesha killings to BLM. Oh, it's really simple. I know the answer to that one without clicking. They screenshotted his Facebook posts and played his anti-white pro BLM videos. The end. So let's look at some of these videos to see how, come on, Daily Beast. You can't shame me. I want to get shamed. Let's see how these guys tied BLM to the terrorist, who they didn't call the terrorist. So here's one, July 5th, 2020. It literally says BLM, a watermelon with the hand coming out of it. Gee whiz. How the fuck could these right-wing trolls and they're tying, it's literally his fucking screenshot. Black Lives Matter. Black is beautiful. Okay. Life is great. What should I eat for lunch? Oh, racial profiling kills the black guy. This is literally what Black Lives Matter tells us happens with policing and black people. Everything is just, this is not the land of the free and the home of the brave. It is the land of the stolen and the home of the slave. Everything on his, rest up, King. George Floyd. Yeah, but this guy's totally not affiliated with the Black Lives Matter movement. And their argument is, well, how do you know he's in Black Lives Matter? What the fuck does in Black Lives Matter mean? Do you get a membership card? Like, do you all eat lunch together? Do you call things fetch? What do you, like, it's not an actual fucking thing, Black Lives Matter. You don't get inducted into it. It's not a fraternity. You just fucking you support them on social media. That's all Black Lives Matter is. You go to some protests and shit if you want to. But you express, yeah, I'm down with BLM. Millions of people are. And this guy clearly is too. And they'll say, well, how do you know he was inspired by this? Oh, I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's certain. We can all agree watching that tape. Did that seem like a fucking accident? No, he's swerving in and out. He was intentionally trying to kill people. This happened 2 days after the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. 2 days in the same state. He's also got down here, speaking of, he posted about Kyle Rittenhouse. Like, he was just like, obviously disapproved of it. Obviously disapproved. And outside, people were talking about going and killing Kyle Rittenhouse. This guy, but it's not just this guy, okay? This guy is obviously a piece of shit. He's dangerous. But it is up to our government to protect us from dangerous people, isn't it? That's literally their fucking job. And they did the exact opposite here because they don't give a fuck about you. I hope people start realizing this. This is actually, let me make this. The district attorney, his name is, the fuck is this guy's name? John Chisholm. Let's go through some of his things. Well, this gentleman was out on $1,000 cash bond from an incident earlier in the month when he beat the shit out of his wife, hit her with his fucking car. The same fucking thing. His charges include resisting an officer, domestic abuse, disorderly conduct, battery, oh yeah, and bail jumping. He's literally known for jumping bail, and y'all motherfuckers gave him bail. Why? Oh, right. I forgot. Bail is racist. That's the new thing. Bail is racist because you haven't been convicted of anything yet. And, you know, they assume all black people are poor. Black and brown people are poor. They can't afford bail. So if you arrest somebody for committing a crime that they clearly committed, they should be able to just come up with $1,000 and get the fuck out of there. No matter how violent they are, no matter how dangerous they are, this is what they want. Remember the Minnesota Bail Fund and all these bail funds in Massachusetts, all run by white people, always. Bail out some of the most dangerous people who go out and then reoffend again. But they don't give a fuck. And we'll explain why in a minute. Because remember, destruction is the point. Here's a quote this guy gave a couple years ago. He's proud of it. This is the Milwaukee District Attorney. An ADA on pretrial detention reform. We have really made a commitment to not keeping individuals held unnecessarily on cash bail. They're proud of it, guys. Imagine being proud of that, but they're actually proud of it. And now they're like saying, oh my God, that shouldn't have happened. Y'all motherfuckers did it. And here he is wishing George Gascon, he's the district attorney of Los Angeles, and another one, the district attorney of San Francisco, 𝗟𝗏 𝗵𝗏, who's, by the way, his parents are both in jail for killing a cop. They're murderers. And he got elected, and both of these guys are of the same opinion that they're basically Rachel Rollins. Like, there are lots of Rachel Rollinses all over the country. They didn't get there on accident. They got there because this fucking guy named George Soros is paying a lot of money to make sure that their campaigns are successful. Because money is, everything in politics. So all these commies are getting elected. On top of that, oh yeah, just for fun, he's also a fucking pedophile who was, and this story is kind of a mix of ratchetry and news because this guy's a full-fledged fucking ratchet. So Darrell Brooks, this is a video he made talking about why he is a sex offender in the state of Nevada. Let's watch this.
And then as soon as we fall out, all of a sudden, now I'm a pedophile. Let me explain that. 10 years ago, 2006, I caught a case with my oldest daughter's mama. Yes, my baby mama. She's from Oakland. I was busting moves in Nevada. I meet the bitch. She says she want to get down, so I'm pimping on the bitch. I'll take her to Nevada. You know what I'm saying? I get cracked. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the bitch was 16 at the time. She gave a statement to the police and told them, yeah, she was hoeing, that I was pimping, and that she was 16, and that I didn't know that. Okay?
Does this hat say, I love the haters? Is that really what it says? I love haters. Hateration. Can't even read it. Yeah, I love the haters. Okay. So generally, guys, it's never a good idea to find yourself in the position of saying, quote, I didn't know the bitch was 16. That's never a winning argument. You should never if you ever find yourself saying, I didn't know the bitch was 16, you should reconsider and maybe rephrase that statement. Also, don't go on to admit to hoeing and pimping them out. That does not make your crime any better. Oh, not only did I fuck her, I also sold her to other adult men who paid me to, come inside of her. That's what I did. I'm not a bad guy, though. This is all a misunderstanding. All a misunderstanding. So that's that. They ended up finding this guy went to a neighbor's house, I guess. He ditched the car somewhere and went to a neighbor's house. Let's just look at the way CNN phrases this. There's nothing more. This is their fucking headline the day before, guys. There's nothing more frightening today than an angry white man. Fucking CNN is posting this. Angry. Kyle Rittenhouse was not angry. Kyle Rittenhouse was nice and defended himself. He was not no person could possibly watch Kyle Rittenhouse speak like that guy's filled with anger. No, he was fucking scared and he shot people in self-defense. Secondly, who the fuck cares if he's white? What does that have to do with anything? Thirdly, here's what they say about the incident with the black supremacist with a car. Says suspect in parade tragedy may have been fleeing another scene. That is not true. He was not fleeing another scene. He was intentionally tragedy. It was a fucking terrorist incident. And this is CNN. They just fucking lie to you. So my key point here is this is not a fucking accident, guys. Like what Democrats are doing. People are like, oh, this is, they can't possibly believe this. It's not that they believe it. It's that they're communists, and this is all part of the plan. This is how they obtain power. Maura Healey gave away the end game last year during the BLM riots. Her quote, if I could pull this up. Her quote was, what? We need to burn the forest down. We can get to this guy later. We need to burn the forest down. Do we have it here? Where'd it go? There it is. She goes, yes, America is burning, but that's how forests grow. Compare that to what she said to Kyle Rittenhouse, that this is the face of hate in America. Unrepentant, privileged, and violent. Justice was not her. Do you understand how dangerous that is, what she just said? She is the attorney general. She is in charge of law and order in this state. And she is telling people with this statement, you cannot trust the jury system. You can't trust the jury system that she oversees. She's telling you, you can't trust it. Do you understand how dangerous that is for the attorney general to say something like that? Well, it all goes back to this is the most telling statement a politician has ever made. Yes, America is burning, but that's how forests grow. Thank you for fucking putting it out there. Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud, Maura Healey. So, and I also want to address this from Teresa. Kyle never should have been there. Why the fuck not? Why? Now, would I want my son there? No, because I wouldn't want my son to go through what Kyle Rittenhouse went through. Trauma, a trial, all that bullshit. But why not? Why shouldn't he have been there? He had every right to be there. Did the rioters have a right to be there? Did they have a right to be there? Then Kyle Rittenhouse had a right to be there too. Period. Because that's what men do. That's what toxic masculinity used to be about. That's what men used to do. Where were the men of Kenosha as their city was being burned down by outsiders? None of those people burning it down were from Kenosha. None of the people that Kyle Rittenhouse killed lived in Kenosha. They all traveled there across state lines just like he did. Everyone had a right to be there. It's a public fucking street. Period. Enough of that victim. That's like asking the rape victim, well, what did you do? Maybe you shouldn't have been at that frat party. No. He had every single right to be there as a free person in this country. As a matter of fact, he was doing the job that the government would not do. Protect the community. The governor of Wisconsin, Tony Evers, elected not to have the National Guard fully mobilized for this, not to have the police ready to fucking take shit down. Nothing. They just let it burn because destruction is the point. Maura Healey makes that clear, guys, with her fucking quote here. Okay. They're not happy with the system that we have. They don't like it. Why? Because occasionally now their opponents, their political opponents, have power for a little bit. It goes back and forth in this country. Sometimes Republicans control shit. Sometimes Democrats control shit. That pisses them off more than anything. So they wanted to burn it all down. They don't like this fucking system. They want, they're communists. They want fucking communism. This is literally what fucking Lenin and them wanted. Like, you can't reform, they would say. You can't reform this fucking monarchy, the czar and shit. No, we just got to behead them motherfuckers, overthrow them, and install fucking new forest of communism, a communist forest. That's what we want to fucking do. And all of this shit is getting in the way. The jury system gets in the way of the fucking communist system. In communism, there is no jury system. There is fucking, you come in front of me, somebody in the proletariat decides whether or not you're fucking guilty. Spoiler alert, you're guilty. You did it. And then you get sentenced to death. Or you go to a fucking camp. One of the two. That's how it works. That's what they don't like the jury system. The jury system tends to get it right usually. They make mistakes, but they tend to get it right. Kyle Rittenhouse was not guilty. She knows that. She fucking knows that. But Kyle Rittenhouse is the enemy. Why is Kyle Rittenhouse the enemy? Not because he's a Republican, because obviously that kid doesn't even fucking follow politics that much. Kyle Rittenhouse is the enemy because he attempted to stop the rioting. The rioting is part of the fucking plan. Don't you get it now? Don't you see? They want the riots. Until you can understand that, until you come to terms with that they want the riots, you'll never understand them. Because a lot of you people out there, and for a while I was this way, I didn't understand, well, why the fuck are they just letting their cities burn down? I understand they're liberals and they're soft, but why are they just letting this happen? Destruction is the point. Joe Rosenbaum, Anthony Huber, Gage Groschwitz, those were loyal frontline soldiers for the Communist fucking party, man. They were doing the work that they needed to do. They were destroying symbols of capitalism. They were destroying small businesses. They were hurting and threatening political opponents. You weren't supposed to stop them. You're supposed to let them fucking burn shit. That's what they do, motherfucker. They don't care if he's a fucking child molester. They don't care. As long as he's willing to burn and loot, that's what they fucking want. Do you get it yet? And then Kyle Rittenhouse comes along with this fucking AR-15 and he kind of got in the way. He stopped. They don't care that he killed 3 people. Let's be clear about that. They care that he attempted to stop the riots. They don't care about Joseph Rosenbaum. They care about the work that Joseph Rosenbaum was doing for the regime. Burning, destroying, looting. That's what they wanted to fucking do. And yeah, Joe McCarthy gets a bad fucking rep. But Joe McCarthy was fucking right about a lot of shit. Oh, there's communists in Hollywood. Yep. Lots of them. There's communists in the army. Yep. There fucking are. We call them generals now. General Milley is a fucking communist. They're all fucking, anybody pushing this woke bullshit is a fucking communist. And people ask me, are you a Republican? Well, technically, I guess I had to pick one. But I refer to myself as anti-communist. I'm an anti-communist, first and foremost. I exist to fight communists, to stop communists. And that's what Kyle Rittenhouse was. He's not a Republican. He's an anti-communist, period. And that's why he needs to get destroyed. And he needs to be the victim. That's why they don't like him, because he got in the fucking way. And until we understand that, they wanted the riots to happen. There's a reason they bailed out the rioters. There's a reason they fucking encouraged it. There's a reason that they didn't let the National Guard come in and put this down, which could have happened very easily. They could put down, none of these riots needed to happen this summer. They wanted it. Communism does not do well in a society that is content. That's the whole fucking point. After World War II ended, Europe was basically in flames. There were communist parties. There was communist revolutions happening in France, in Germany, in Greece, in Italy. You saw a lot of communist parties forming. Now, why? Why were the communist parties? Because their fucking countries were in rubble and they didn't have insurance. And so when people are poor and helpless, they tend to turn to radical ideologies like communism, which promise them equity, not equality. Equality is the equality of opportunity. They want equity. They want the same amount of money as everybody else. Equity. Sound familiar? And people like Mussolini and Hitler formed as anti-communists. They're fascists. Though. I'm not a fascist. I'm just anti-communist. They formed because they're like, okay, well, we can be the guys that stop communism, and then we'll take power and we'll do the exact same thing the communists wanted. No. So after the war ends, fucking destitution all throughout Europe. And one of the greatest things the United States ever did in our history, Harry Truman did this in 1947. I don't know if history buffs out there know this. Some called the Marshall Plan. Basically, the United States decided that communism only works in places that are poor. If we want to stop the spread of communism after this war, which could be another whole fucking thing, we need to invest in these countries. We need to spend billions and billions of dollars. And that's what we did. The United States spent billions of dollars rebuilding the economies of France. And wouldn't you know it, France, for instance, turned into a beautiful, thriving capitalist democracy that had no communist revolutions anymore. And it fucking worked. And that's what they want here in the United States. They want destruction. They want poverty. They want burning. They want looting, because that is how communism spreads. That is how it breeds. So you need to identify these people for what they are. They just want power. Maura Healey doesn't give a fuck about as long as she has power, she's good. Period. So I'm glad you like the history lessons. Okay. So I think that's about that. It really just pisses me off the way that they're not talking about this guy as what he is, a black supremacist. It's just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. We need to start calling this. We got to start calling what it is. Like, call them communists, guys. That's what they are. They're communists. They are anti-white. They are black supremacists. These are words that you're not supposed to use, but I'm going to go ahead and start using them once. Anyway. All right, real quick. I got a couple. Do I have a cash? Oh, we got a turtle chat here. Now let me bring this up. And again, if you guys want to donate to the turtle chat, it's up pinned to the top there. We got one here from Tanya. She says, for being the #1 source of truth. True that, Tanya. I appreciate the donut. Thank you very much. Okay. Did I get any more on the cash app? Did I miss any? Just the Robin. Okay, cool. So thank you guys very much for that. I appreciate it. All right. So real quick. So let me talk about something real quick, because I know you guys have any questions, first of all, before we do anything here. Do you guys have any questions? Fire away if you have any questions. How do you feel about the Amaud Arbery piece? That's a good question. I feel like there's a lot of pressure to fucking throw those guys in jail. I mean, I've watched the video. I believe in the law. Like, if the law of Georgia allows citizens arrests, then, and they believe this guy was breaking into homes or whatever. I watched the video. Amaud Arbery fucking tries to take his gun and get shot in the process. Now, I wouldn't do what he did. I think this whole vigilanteism, it's not for me. But they're not fucking murderers. I don't think they're fucking cold-blooded murderers. No, I don't believe that. But I definitely think they're going to be found guilty. It is just the wrong time to be involved in anything like this. Okay. Any other questions? Got fired. No, I did not see that, but that's fucking hilarious. I mean, not hilarious, awful. Oh, Court with BBJ goes, there might be a tape coming soon. It was fucking hilarious. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. That's all I'm saying. Stay tuned with that. How about that? I like what Kerry said. I need to watch the trial. I feel like that's what every fucking person should say about everything. That should be your normal reaction to everything. I would need to watch the trial. I think that's a responsible thing to say. What's worse, the door knocker or the hand tattoos? Yeah, the hand tattoos are just, that's trashy. Oh, thank you, Jim. Jim Young sends 25. He says, oh, crap. He says, no need to read. Sorry. Okay. I agree to disagree on that. Okay. I don't even know what we're talking about, but if all parties were involved were black, I mean, all parties are involved are black, you know, thousands of times a year, and you just never hear about that. Okay. So, let me talk real quick because there's been some confusion about this. So, obviously, I just need to address this because this is going to fucking piss me off. So I need to play this. So, obviously, if you guys miss it, everybody keeps asking me, where's Bret? Where's Bret? Where's Bret? So he's not doing it anymore. He's going in a different direction. And I haven't and I'm not going to talk shit about Bret. That's not what I'm here to do. But I am here to play because some of you guys might have seen the clip. People are like, where's the clip? So some people haven't seen this. So I just really quickly need to show you what happened. So basically in February, he asked me if he could start a new channel. And I trust Bret. I mean, Bret, I considered a pretty good friend. So I'm like, sure. This was, by the way, when I was taking some time off for mental health. That's when he started this. And I'm like, sure. He's like, I'm just going to use it to promote Turtleboy, and, we'll call it the after party. We'll do shit after. I'm like, yeah, sure. That sounds fine. And I did it because despite all the shit fucking Kate did, obviously that's like the first thing that comes to mind. He's like, I ain't Kate. I'm not going to do what Kate did. I feel like if I lose my trust in humanity, if I lose my trust in my fellow man, then like, what do I have left? So you need to trust people. So I trusted, right? And so he starts this channel, and they have their games and their shit like there. They have their they go ahead and they do the thing that goes on for hours, right? I've tuned in sometimes, I drop in sometimes. I don't watch the whole thing. I don't have Xbox or anything like that, so it's hard for me to come too invested in that. Also, I like to fucking sleep. I don't know when they sleep, but there was, he had a woman named Amanda who started producing a show. And now Amanda has been a long time turtle rider. She's been messaging me story ideas for years. So I tuned into the show the other night, and I see on there a guy named 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏. Now, 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏 is a Peter eater. He's one of the lead douchebags on there for Kate. I've written blogs exposing what a piece of shit he is. He's just a fucking loser from Lawrence who was sucking my dick for years. I love you, Turtleboy. And then going behind my back and, talking shit and doing all that stuff. And I'm saying, goodbye, dude. We're done with you, etc. He porn bombed the Abrams interview last year. He's just, he is what he is. He's a fucking loser. So I see, and they know that. And I see him on there. And I'm like, the fuck is he doing on here? We're just cool with him because the channel, I'm like, whether it is affiliated with Turtleboy, it's the after party, the after Turtleboy show, right? And I've sent people there, I've directed them there. So like that is affiliated with what I fucking do, the brand. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? And I was quickly like told by Amanda, who runs the show, because I've seen it a few times now. It's not Bret's after party, it's Amanda's. It's the Amanda show. So let me play you a couple clips here of what happened that night. So basically, I got on there and I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? Within 20 minutes, Bret quit on the air, and his reasoning really didn't make much sense. Like, if people watched it, and I'm still confused. And I think a lot of people are. They watched that, they're like, what? Wait, what? Like, what is this over? So let me play a clip here, a couple of them, to show you what I'm talking about. Let's play this. So stop right there. Why the fuck are you interrupting him? He's like trying to explain his reasoning and he's stumbling through it or whatever. And she's like, no, this is why you're doing it. What? You're not yourself. You don't get to be yourself on there, Bret. You don't get to be yourself. He stifles you. I guess I stifle. I didn't know that. He stifles. Like, it's clearly not like him and I get along great. If you've seen our messages, like we talked on the Tuesday before. We're like, yeah, we're good, man. Let's go. He wasn't on the week before because his fucking camera malfunctioned. He got there late. His camera malfunctioned. It was too late to come on when he fucking fixed it. Oh, there was no sound on that video? Okay, so we got to play that fucking video again, though. Hold on. Let me know if you hear this one. Hold on one sec. I'm trying to figure out why the fuck this isn't working. So I have it on audio setting because this has worked before. The built-in mic. Can you guys hear it? Let me do it now. Can you guys hear this?
Myself.
Yeah, and say, am I myself right now? Or am I having to fake myself? And you're not fake.
I don't want to do it.
One thing you're not.
I don't want to.
So you know the answer then.
You guys could hear that? Okay. So let me play that video. Let me start that again.
Probably not. But I just can't.
At what point is enough for you?
No, at what point do I look at myself?
Yeah, and say, am I myself right now? Or am I having to?
Why the fuck is she completing his sentences? That's what I want to know. And say, yeah, if I have to look at myself and say, what? Like he's trying to explain himself. He's like, no, this is what you actually mean. This is what you actually mean.
Fake myself.
Yeah, he has to fake himself.
And
somehow.
You're not fake.
I don't want to do it.
One thing you're not.
I don't want to.
So you know the answer then.
So, yeah. Does that sound like he's saying that? No, it's fucking her saying that. So people say, why wasn't this a phone call? Well, I've tried calling him probably 30 times while he was live on the show doing that whole thing. If you guys look in the comments in there, I'm going, dude, don't do this online. Call me. I was texting him. I'm like, I consider you a friend, dude. What are you doing right now? Like, this is not, lots of people were doing that. Ralph was doing that. Other mods were doing that. Like, dude, stop. Like, we're all looking out for you. There was only one person. That was urging him. There was two people, actually. Ed Salazar and what's her name there? Amanda. And Ed Salazar, you're going to listen to a Peter Eater? Okay. You're going to listen to a Peter Eater? Okay. So again, I don't even really blame him that much. This is straight up plus sized Yoko Ono. That's what this is. There's no sound. Yeah, I'm like, dude, could we talk in private? I said it a million times on there. Could we talk in private? Nothing. Instead, my dirty laundry was fucking aired. That was nice. I don't know what the fuck I did. And yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm pissed off. I'm have a right to fucking say what I fucking say. I'm not shitting on him. If he wants to take it that way, well, guess what? I'm not going to fucking go after him. I'm going to say my fucking piece, though. I'm going to go to war. Congratulations. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck, dude. I'm here to trash this fucking fat cow who fucking literally everything was fine until this fucking fat bitch came along and ran her fucking cock kisser. So yeah, we're going to fucking talk about her real quick. Let me pull this up. Here's another clip.
At what point do you feel like, fuck, like you're just being fucked, like used, and when needed, and then shit on when not needed? Like
I know.
You're
Shut up.
Even he's telling
Please,
her to
and
shut up.
I apologize. I don't mean to say that.
I apologize. Yeah. So at what point do you feel you're being used? How the fuck is he being used? How? Anybody want to explain that to me? I paid Bret, by the way. I paid him $50 a fucking show. Not bad to come on and dick around with me for fucking 2 hours. So that's that. He loved doing it. At least he said he did. Even though Bret was controversial and like wasn't everyone's cup of tea, including a lot of people like, I really like that are close to me. And they're like, dude, you got to get rid of Bret. You have no many times people said that. And, I said, no, I'm sticking by him. I like Bret because a lot of people do like him. They thought he was funny. I thought he was funny. Not just funny. I thought he was insightful, witty, lots of good shit. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I can see this blog and this show growing bigger. And I think he's a perfect complement to what I do. We can do the old good cop, bad cop thing. And I've never had a call. I've had a lot of co-hosts come in here. I've never had anyone as entertaining as him. Never. That was just such a natural at it. I believed in it. I have nothing but good things to say about how he fucking did. I'm using him. You're being used. How the fuck are you being used? I literally give you money to show up and shoot the shit with me. And he didn't feel he was being used. Not fucking once did he ever express anything like that fucking ever. Clearly, this fucking bitch is getting in his head to, oh, he's being used. Listen to her. Listen to her.
At what point do you feel like, fuck, like you're just being fucked, like used?
Oh, he's being fucked, yeah.
And when needed.
Yeah, when needed, like a job.
And shit on when not needed.
Shit on? How the fuck are you getting shit on?
I know.
You're
Shut up. Shut up.
You're great.
Please. And
you're great. This is a pathetic woman who has nothing going on in her life. She's a single mom, lives in Woonsocket, has 3 kids, and clearly no life. Nothing. This being Bret's producer. I mean, talk about going to a person's head. This gave her purpose for the first time in her very sad and lonely life. And so I got more clips here. And people are like, you know, but why don't you do this privately? Nothing more I wanted. There's nothing more, guys, I wanted to make this privately. I could show you my texts. I fucking texted him 5 million times, called dozens of times. The fuck am I supposed to do after a while? And I see them coming on here talking in the comments like everything's fine. No, fuck that shit. It's not. Everything's not fine. Like, and especially when I was like, dude, you know what the 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 thing was. What the last thing we need is like some alternate channel, and then you're like, leave for that. And you know, I once again get used for my platform, for my clout, and then you go ahead and you do that. He would never do that to me. He would never do that to me as my friend, right? And he wouldn't. But this bitch would. This cunt would. And I don't give a fuck if you don't like this. We're going to fucking talk about it, period. So here's another one.
I don't get it.
Why not be public about it?
So this, guys, is when I was saying in the comments, dude, let's do this privately. We don't want to air this out. Let's do this privately. You know, like I said, if you guys are on there, I said it like 100 times. Let's do this privately. And even Ralph and other fucking people on there who actually give a shit about Bret, like, dude, nobody wants this done publicly. If you want to quit, then call him up, you know, talk to him. It's your friend. But then listen to this bitch. Listen what she says.
I don't get it.
Why not be public about it?
Why not be public about it?
What's the difference?
No, well, hey, what you can do, let's look, hey, I'm going to do this.
So he's drunk, obviously. She took advantage of a drunk man, got him to do things that he normally would not do. Yeah, why not be public about it? What kind of fucking friend? This girl has basically made it seem to him like, oh, we're best friends, bro. We spend so many hours together. We talk about things. Yeah, I listen to you. That's what fucking manipulative people like this do. And she's like, and by the way, she's kicked off many other people. When that show first started, there was 2 producers on there. It was a woman named Brittany and Amanda. It was kind of like the Brittany and Amanda show. And then she didn't like Brittany after a while. Brittany was a threat to her. She too close to Bret. So Brittany had to go. And Brittany got kicked out of there and smeared and kicked on the way out. And then there were some other wrenches on there, like Diane. Like, there's probably like half a dozen of you that were fucking wrenches on there. Y'all got kicked out. Y'all got de-wrenched. No explanation why. Oh, I can explain it. You're too close to him. He doesn't want you. You're a threat. He doesn't want you there if she considers you a threat to get close to him. That's how fucking insane this bitch is. So here's another one. And again, I don't like to get involved in drama and cat fights and shit, but it like affects like the show. I need a fucking new host. It affects my fucking business. Okay? So let me play another one here.
And he doesn't make rash decisions. I talked to Bret about our show and our decisions. He is not one to ever.
I talked to Bret about our show and our decisions. First of all, this is the Bret after party. Why the fuck are you talking at all, whore? Who the fuck are you? Nobody gives a flying fuck about your fucking fat ass. Go and eat another fucking donut, you 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Shut the fuck up. So our show, no, it's not your show, bitch. It's Bret's show. It's fucking Bret's after party. No one gives a fuck about you. No one tuned in there to fucking be like, let's listen to what Amanda has to say. No, shut the fuck up. Why the fuck are you talking, whore? Shut your fucking fat mouth. More.
Say out of the blue, like, yeah, go do this. Why not? That is what I meant. So don't twist my fucking words. I don't talk about you. You aren't relevant to me.
Oh,
I love this show.
Oh, I love this show. So she's not, I'm not relevant to her. She's been following Turtleboy for fucking years. And I'm going to show you some messages from her in a minute. Years. Diehard fan, but I'm not relevant to her. I'm loyal to this show, which, by the way, didn't exist 8 months ago. But she's just loyal to this show. Why? Because it revolves around her. That's all she gives a fuck about. And this also isn't a show. It's fucking people playing video games and talking about Kearney. It's not a fucking show. It was literally created so that after the after party, after the live show, if people want her up, they want to go dick around and shoot the shit with Bret, go on there. That was the fucking show. You don't have a show, Amanda. You're a fucking nobody. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody. It gives her purpose. Exactly. Exactly. And I called her 𝗟𝗄𝗄𝗧𝘂𝗏. That's basically what she is. Although at first I called her 𝗟𝗄𝗄𝗧𝘂𝗏. Really, she's Kate. Really, she's Kate. So go on.
Tolerate the other for Bret.
So what'd she say?
I'm here for Bret. I tolerate the other for Bret.
She tolerates my show.
I'm here for Bret.
But she's here for Bret. She's here for Bret.
A great friend to me.
Oh, great
support through some really tough times.
Best
lately.
Friends.
And
so
I've seen him.
He's a great friend. Question: have you ever met him in person? Have you met him in person? You live in 𝗬𝗵𝟐𝗂𝗃. I mean, you're best friends, right? You guys talk about everything online. Her entire fucking understanding of relationships is online. She has no real friends, obviously. All of her, this is another problem with social media, is like nobody has fucking like real friends. Like you think this is a friendship? You guys talk to each other on the fucking computer. Maybe you talk on the phone once in a while. You do a fucking show. That's it. Period. So go on.
Not the Bret that is on the show, per se.
What'd she say?
And I've seen him.
Oh.
Not the Bret that.
Yeah, she
is on the show.
Yeah, she doesn't see the show, Bret. She knows the real Bret.
When we have like our talks backstage.
Our talks backstage. You guys aren't invited to those.
He knows pretty much like what my life is.
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't judge me. He's honestly a great person.
Oh.
See?
All of this, guys, all of that bullshit that you heard right there, that's just literal fucking chick manipulation of a drunk man. That's all that is right there. That was fucking pathetic. That was fucking pathetic. Oh, you know, you guys out there, you followers, you guys know Bret on the show. She knows the real Bret. She's friends with him. She talks to him on Facebook. She has his phone number. They're very close. They're very close. And I'm watching this happen in real time. I'm like, dude, you're gonna regret this. Why are you doing this? You're throwing this away because you fell for this bitch's bullshit. Oh, you're just watching it happen. I assume it's like watching somebody you care about. Like, imagine watching your son fucking like, you know, he's playing baseball. He hits the ball and then he runs to third base, and you're like, no, wrong way, son. Oh no, don't do that. And then the coach is telling him, yeah, run to third, run to third. No. Here's another one.
Hey, like anyone that knows Bret, especially someone who's supposedly a friend for so long, knows they can't tell him what to fucking do. And when you can't, you just fire them.
You know, so she's clearly telling him, oh, Bret, he's telling you what to do. He's telling you what to do. Yeah, generally, here's the thing with that. Spoiler alert. When you're running a channel and you hire someone and you pay them money, you tell them, I tell them what to do. Like, you know, be here on Saturday night. Yeah, that's it. That's me telling you what to do. That's it. Oh, and by the way, I rescheduled. How many times do I reschedule shows around UFC fights? I don't watch UFC. But I'm like, literally, the show is better with him than without him. So we'll do it on Sunday. No problem. I'll accommodate that. I'm a flexible guy. We can do that. But no one is telling Bret what to do except for you. You definitely tell him what to do, don't you, bitch?
So today.
So there's that. Here's another one. Got a couple more. Too bad if you don't like it. We're fucking doing this right now. We're all in at this point. Yeah, I mean, some people think it's not. I mean, some people disagree. I like Bret, and I've always been a defender. Like, through people that are, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I pictured him as being like, you know, like an Andrew Dice Clay type, or like he had that, like, I don't, like, he's funny. I thought there were things we could kind of like groom a little bit, maybe like, you know, maybe not, you know, rape, dig up rape, you know, corpses and rape them. And that's the other thing. His stated reason was he couldn't support me. Does anybody believe that? Like, he's like, I can't support you. I don't believe in what you do. I'm morally opposed to what you're doing. Does anybody fucking believe that? I don't believe that for a fucking second. You know why? Because it's not true. Because this is the guy who, you know, we like Bret. We think he's funny because he will tell 𝗃𝗃𝗃 that he's going to dig up his, you know, dead grandmother's corpse and have sex with it. Right? I don't believe for a fucking second that he was like morally opposed to something I'm doing. Like, what? No. It was literally fucking this woman telling him, Bret, you shouldn't let him fucking boss you around. No, you're the star, Bret. It's fucking Yoko Amanda. It's plus-sized 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. That's all this is. So here's another one.
Like, don't speak on shit. Like,
Well, you want me to say something? Oh.
Okay,
No.
You want me to say something. But yeah, he's doing this on his own. But he's asking her permission to say something. But he's totally doing this on his own, guys. No, she's not pulling the strings.
Don't speak on shit. Like,
Well, you want me to say something? Oh.
no. I'm just saying, people in the comments saying how sudden and how could you do this like so quick or shit like that. Like, Bret doesn't make.
Well,
quick
it's not
decisions.
quick though.
No, it's long, and he takes his time, and he
She's talking
thinks about literally everything.
Notice Bret isn't explaining any of his rationale here. Everything is from her. The entire explanation is from her. And a lot of people are watching that and probably asking themselves, who the fuck are you? Who are you? I don't know who you are. And that's what makes her mad, is that none of you know who you are. Like, her whole life, she's always been somebody that nobody knows who she is. And now she feels special.
Loyal. Talk about loyal. Bret has been the most fucking loyal person.
Yeah, like, oh, so I said, I've been so loyal to you. I'm saying that in the comments. I'm like, why are you doing this right now, man? I've been so loyal to you. She like scoffs at that. Bret is the loyal one. Why isn't Bret saying, like, jumping in and saying, no, he's cool. He has been loyal to me. I'm not going to shit on my boy here. Like, why isn't he saying that? Because he's not in charge anymore. It's not the Bret after party. It's Amanda's show. She does all the talking on that fucking show.
Why are you getting mad at him?
Why are you getting mad at him?
Because
yeah, even he's like, what are you doing?
It's not him though. It's me.
It's not
But
you.
you can't. No. But you can't react to his shit. No, but that's not a thing.
It's not okay to be loyal and then have it turned around like, no, I'm really the loyal one.
It is what it is, man.
It's gonna, yeah, because it's also my fault too. So like, I mean, yeah, fucking, but it had to happen. Like I know you've been thinking like, shit, we talk all the time.
We talk all the time.
This, man.
See
all
that?
Right, go ahead.
I know we've been thinking. We talk all the time. She's been planting this in his head for quite some time. She gave it away there. Bret is shit-faced in case you can't tell. Slurring his speech. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh.
What? Oh yeah, I get in his head because he can really like. I can tell Bret what to do.
Yeah, this is called gaslighting.
So, fuck! If anyone thinks anyone can tell Bret what to do,
if anyone, oh yeah, that's ridiculous. Except that's literally what we're all hearing. Like anyone who hears this knows exactly what the fuck's going on. couple more.
No, it's long, and he takes his time, and he thinks about literally everything. Loyal.
Oh, no,
Talk about loyal.
Okay, I already played that one. How about this one?
Honest in yourself. Like, you don't portray to be someone else. You know? No one expects you to be something you're not.
I think they do,
except maybe one person.
Me. I expect me to be something he's not. So she's like, why is she doing this? So what specifically are you mad at? She's going to say. She's like, what specifically? So spoiler alert. I asked Bret, I've asked him in the past. I'm like, maybe like don't like, so we've broken up before, right? There was like 2 years ago, there was this crazy chick named Stacy, who I hate even giving her attention, but whatever, she's relevant to this. She was a turtle rider. She's a Peter eater now. She used to, she would donate and stuff like that. And I thought she was a supporter. It turns out she's a crazy person. But she would message me and be like, and Bret would shit on her, like publicly. And then she would message me like, hey, that's not cool. I'm a supporter of yours. Why are you letting him do this to me? And I would go to him. I'd be like, dude, can you maybe not like shit on people who donate? It's like, I am trying to run a business here. Like, we can't just, as much as we'd like to, we can't just fucking shit on and attack our fans. And he got it. I mean, he understood. He didn't like it at first, but we understood. It turns out Stacy was a fucking manipulative cunt who was just literally just trying to start shit. And I think we can, if I would go back, I would do that differently. But that's what she's referencing there. Also, like, there's a guy in the comments named 7-Pounder, Steven Marsalis. I've had issues with Steven before. He's got me in trouble with the fucking cops. I had an order taken out against me in Arizona by that one fucking nut job down there. Because Steve sent this guy a message and was like, he was pretending to, I don't know if he's pretending to be Turtleboy, but he was just getting me in trouble. He's too involved. Like, just read the blogs, And when he can't shut up sometimes too. But Steven, for all his faults, has been a longtime supporter of what I do. I'm patient with him. I'm forgiving of him when he fucks up. I've put him in timeout before. There was like a week and a half ago. I literally kicked him off the show. I banned him because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. And and I don't think he's going to stop reading the blog because he's a supporter. And I think I feel like I'm not the first person who's put him in timeout before. You know what I mean? And I might and I'm like, maybe don't declare war on 7-Pounder. That's all. Because 7-Pounder is a supporter of the show. And if you feel like Amanda's clearly telling him, he's stifling you, he's using you, he's telling you what to do, all he cares about is show. Does this sound familiar? This is 𝗃𝗃 all over again. And I'm sure a lot of people are like, I fucking hate 7-Pounder. I'm like, believe me, 7-Pounder could drive me nuts sometimes too. But he supports the blog, and he always has. And I appreciate that because I write the fucking blog, and I appreciate people who like the blog, period. And if you can't be good to the fucking people who support you, then you're not going to have a fucking blog for very long, period. So, here's another clip.
Us right now, right?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember those days to where, like, I would get in trouble for attacking fans?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to like 7.
You had to like 7-Pounder.
People that donated money.
That.
And people who donated money.
No. I'm talking about way before that.
He's talking about Stacey.
Fuck yeah, you always did.
Fuck yeah, you always did. Yeah, whatever. Right.
And I acted like an asshole because.
So that's her literally coach. Oh yeah, like you're everything you do is great, Bret. Everything you do is great. You guys should, pro tip guys there, if you have any friends out there If you have a friend who tells you that you're right all the time, they're not that good of a friend. Good friends occasionally tell you, no. Maybe you shouldn't do that sometimes. It's okay. Like, if I had a friend who was just always telling me fucking how awesome I was, I would assume they're not a friend. Friends don't do that. Friends are honest with you. She's clearly not honest with him. So here's another one.
It's not.
Well, say it, honey. Like,
Honey? Wait, what did he say?
He dug his own grave.
Honey?
It's not.
Well, say it, honey. Like,
say it, honey?
What?
He dug his own grave, and you.
Oh, I dug my own grave.
Are a loyal friend.
It has nothing to do with it, though.
What? You're loyal?
I don't think you see the
You're nice
the
to
end.
me because I'm friends with Bret. That's it. You only started messaging me.
I said
So
that.
did you hear that? So I'm in the comments right now, and I'm like, I go, what did I ever do to you? I mean, that's what I was confused by. I'm like, she's been a support. She was a mod. She had a wrench on my channel. I'm like, I thought you were a big fan. What did I ever do to you? Why? I was generally hurt and confused. I'm like, why? It was like literally the Kate all over again. When I went on, when the whole Kate thing happened, and there was that Discord chat, and she made up all those lies about me, stealing money and all that shit. And I went on the Discord and I saw some of the biggest supporters I've had, like 𝗟𝗄𝗄 𝗬𝗂𝗍𝗂, 𝗬𝗪, in there, just shitting on me. I'm like, what? Now I lashed out. I would probably do that differently if I could. There was a lot of you guys, some people who I'm good friends with today, they were part of that mob temporarily. They eventually saw the light, like Brittany was part of that light, right? And she actually called in that day. I got some other close people that a lot of them came around. And so this is literally what I'm seeing all over again here. This thing that I was told would never happen fucking happened. And I'm like, I can never trust anyone again. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? So she goes on.
No. Because I'm friends with Bret. That's it. You only started messaging me.
So she says that I'm only friends with Bret. You only started messaging me because I'm friends with Bret. This is what she's acting like. Like, so she's like, you only want to talk to me now and like me because I have access to Bret. I'm fucking special now. I'm the fucking gatekeeper to Bret. To get to Bret, you have to go through me. So that's the only reason you're pretending to like me now. She's been holding this in a while. Oh, yeah. So she goes on.
No. Turtleboy just said, what's your problem when I have been nothing but nice? Yeah. Like, you didn't know me from a hole in the wall for a long ass time, so.
You didn't know me?
Like, I'm fine with it.
You didn't know me from a hole in the wall for a long ass time. Do you sense some resentment there? Do you sense some resentment? Like, oh, you never made me feel special. You didn't even know. You were never my friend. I want to be friends with you. And you were never my friend. You responded to messages and stuff like that, but you didn't care about me. That's what people like. This is a sad person with no fucking friends, clearly, who's desperately in the need for friendship. And that's why that statement gave it away right there. You didn't know me from a hole in the wall. Oh, I see where this is coming from, bitch. You resent me because what, you wanted to be my best friend or something, and then I didn't. Now, so like now you're glowing on to Bret and he fell for your bullshit. Yeah.
You came around when I started helping Bret more.
You came around when I started helping Bret more. Remember that statement.
Cool. Like, I don't need to be, I'm not like a fucking crazy one of them.
No, totally not. Totally not a crazy one of them. Your life is very normal, Amanda. Very normal. Last clip here. She's your biggest fan. I mean, that's... So the people on the panel, there's Bret, Amanda. This is 𝗍𝗪 𝗧𝘂𝗍. Again, a Peter eater up there who is attempted to sabotage the blog, who was just cool all of a sudden. Just on a Turtleboy affiliated channel, which was literally what Bret's after party was. It's the after party to Turtleboy. The guy who tried to porn bomb our channel, he's fucking cool because they have a mutual thing with gaming. They both like gaming. They bond over gaming. Like, oh. So that's okay. So all is forgiven because, loyalty though, very loyal. They're very loyal over there. They just conspire with the fucking enemy over video games. Besides that, they're all about the fucking loyalty. So listen to this.
You're Kate. You don't like. You didn't back someone for
that
a
guy.
long ass time. What? You're a loyal fucking friend.
You're a loyal fucking friend.
So what?
So that should mean fucking something.
That should mean fucking.
No, it shouldn't.
It really? To me, it does.
Yeah.
So this is all classic, like, reverse psychology bullshit, right? Like, that should mean this is a good cop, bad cop. Bret's like, he's playing a part too. No, it's like, no, he is. That should mean, no, it shouldn't. Yes, it should. Listen to her. She's in charge, Bret. Listen to her. She's telling you what to do. Again, listen to her.
Someone for
that
a
guy.
long ass time. What? You're a loyal fucking friend.
So what?
So that should mean fucking something.
Yeah.
So no, it shouldn't.
Yes, it should. Listen to her. She's in
Really?
charge. She's
To
in
me,
charge.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a loyal friend.
Well,
to me.
you ain't him though. You ain't him.
Oh, that's him. Like that's him. If he doesn't expect to
Yeah, I'm better
have
than
a
him.
loyal friend and appreciate having
Yeah.
someone that's
He doesn't.
honest and always gonna be.
Yeah, he
there
doesn't
and
appreciate you,
covers
Bret.
ass
Well,
or
you ain't
something.
him, nigga. You
I'm
ain't him.
just saying that's not you. That's not your problem.
Yeah. He doesn't appreciate
is.
you like me.
What? But then that's your answer. Though.
That's the role I took, man.
But he's right. And she's like, no, it's not. You're a good fucking person, Bret. He's just using you. 𝗂𝗄 Amanda. So let me show you. I told you I'd show you your screenshots. Let me show you this last night, okay? For all the people who are like, now look, I'm not going to turn this into a whole, like with Kate thing, like don't go there, pick one or the other, okay? Personally, if it was me, if I were a fan of a show and I saw this shit happen, I'd be like, I'm all set. I'm good with that channel. If you want to still do both, whatever, okay? It is what it is. I don't know what but understand this. You're not supporting Bret by going there because it's not Bret's show. It's Amanda's show. She's in charge. She does 90% of the talking. She decides who gets wrenches. She decides what they talk about. She's in fucking charge. She decides what he says. As you can clearly see there, she filled in the blanks. She told him what to say. So you're not going for Bret when you go there. You're going for Amanda. It's Amanda's show. So, also, loyalty. So here's their thing that last night. Look who's in the comments at the bottom there. And again, to come up in the comments, like if I'm going to go to this one, I intentionally chose to bring this comment up. Okay? So Amanda chose to bring up 𝗃𝗄𝗃. So they're just cool with 𝗃𝗃𝗃 now. But they're all about loyalty, guys. All about loyalty. But just, 𝗃𝗃𝗃's on. They're cool with 𝗃𝗃𝗃. Think about that. A child abusing woman who lost her fucking kids to the state, tried to sabotage the fucking blog, psychopath extraordinaire, obviously. Hasn't showered like ever every time you look at her. That's who she's highlighting her on the show. All the Turtleboy Ratchets, all the former Ratchets, they've gone in there. Mike Gaffney will be on that fucking show within a week. You can guarantee that. This is what they do. So you can't even, like, if you go over there and you start participating in this is your crew now. You're friends with 𝗃𝗃𝗃. So do whatever the fuck it is you need to do. I'm not going to judge you for it, but you need to own what you're doing and own what you're supporting Amanda. They gained 500 subs because of this all, because that's all that everybody does is just use me for fucking clout. Like, let's be honest. Built up a following, and next comes the monetization, because they're going to have to make up for the fucking money that I was paying them, because there's no more money coming in, is there? So that's that. So just understand, I'm not going to do the whole thing. And on top of that, what I really don't want people to do at all, and I mean this, guys, no matter how, if you're one of these people who's out there being like, wow, this is fucked up that he would do something like that, I do not go over there. And this isn't one of those don't do it. No, going over there and going at it with her is exactly what she wants. She wants relevance. She wants to be the new 𝗵𝗵𝗃. 𝗵𝗵𝗃 if you like to be in the Turtleboy crosshairs, something's wrong with you. And I don't want to give attention to those people because they like it. It's weird if they fucking like it. So don't go over there. Don't give her attention, because that's all. She has nothing. She's a nobody. Don't fucking pay her any mind. Don't go over there and shit on her. The worst punishment you can give her is just not paying attention to her at all. Because again, it's the Bret show. It's not the Bret show. It's the Amanda show. That's what it is. So this bitch says that, oh, you don't talk to her. Okay, well, let's look at receipts. We like receipts here, don't we? So during the whole fucking Kate thing, nobody was more fucking loyal to me, really, than Amanda. Like, I thought we were cool. She's the one that gave me access to her fucking Discord account so I could go in there, because Kate wouldn't let me in. And she's like sending me, I hope you know I'm not trying to overstep. I was reading Discord and watching them prep what to say, so I commented first. It was funny watching them, and I'm the type that hates my name attached to the shit. Whatever. So she's like, I'm like, let me message Unc with screenshots to be cool at the cool kids table. But remember, what did she say earlier? You didn't even know who I was. Bitch, we've been talking for years. What you talking about? Here's another one. Here's her giving me the fucking password. Yeah. Like, she was a down-ass hoe, I thought. But I didn't make that personal relationship with her, and she resented it. She resented it a little bit, I think. Again, here's all these fucking screenshots. All of them. Okay? Here's another one. This is on, again, this is all during the Kate thing. Please say it's a joke. Gaffney wants to be a sponsor. Though I did find Mitch answering it funny. I'm like, oh, that's funny, you know? Oh, how about this? I asked Amanda. This is a great one. I go, when did you start reading Turtleboy? She goes, before Busgate. That was 2014. She's been reading Turtleboy since 2014. But remember, I'm not here for you. I'm here for Bret. I'm loyal to Bret. Bitch, no, you're not. You're here for fucking Turtleboy. You fucking cunt. But Turtleboy wasn't about you. And you didn't get fucking special love and attention and affection. Did you? I didn't make you feel fucking special. Did I? Because you know why? Spoiler alert. You ain't fucking special. You're a fucking pathetic single mom from fucking 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. And the baby daddies didn't stick around because you ain't fucking worth it. That's what you fucking are. And you have this fucking, what you think is a friendship, but it's really just talking to a guy on a fucking computer in Maine, bitch. You ain't fucking nothing. Been reading this for years. Shut the fuck up. You know? So there's that. And I'm like, let's see. We're talking about, oh, I did laugh. You know, she's telling me about her life. You know? I did laugh. She thought I was new. My youngest just turned 7. Surgery. She's like telling me about, you know, we're talking. You know? We're talking about personal shit here. Here's a message in case anyone wants to see how long she's been messaging me. Here's one in 2018 about Mike Lanou from 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, who I wrote about a number of times. Here's another one. She's messaging me all the time. Sweatpants is whining like a bitch. She's sending me fucking messages about stories. Again, she's also sending me fucking legal advice. Reading the blog and you never received. This was about fucking failure Swift. She like helped to try to direct me towards attorneys and shit like that. Here she is sending me the link to Bret's fucking live stream. Here's another one. Still sending me shit. I'm sure you saw, but I'm screen recording anyways. This is what she says about Kate. Odd, she suddenly cares her kid is on YouTube when she insinuated she was a prostitute. Kate gets mad at me. She lies and she says, oh, he called my daughter a prostitute. Nah, bitch, this is actually the source of that. So I know your new friend Amanda, who you will pretend to be friends with because none of you guys have any shame or values or anything. Amanda was the one that told me this. She alerted me that you had called your daughter or insinuated that your 15-year-old daughter was a prostitute. And yes. So there's that. What else we got? And I'm like, okay, so here she is talking about, this is in September. Okay. We're just talking about Bret's show. And then here's my favorite one. Look at this one. August 6th, this year. She sends me a message and says, hey, I just want to thank you for making me a mod. Guys, I made her feel, that's fucking weird. Like I've made a lot of people mods. It's really, I just press a button. You get a fucking wrench. You really ain't that special if you got one. But to her, this is like she's being, you know, knighted like Duchess of York or some shit. Hey, like, are we going to have a ceremony? I just wanted to thank you for making me a mod. I know you're aware of the Brit issues. That's the girl that fucking, you know, she considered a threat. You know, I wouldn't want to bring any drama to your show. Have a good night. Yeah, she totally wouldn't want to bring drama to the show, guys. She's against that. She's against that. So again, if we're going and reliving the last hour, did I shit on Bret once? Like I saw Bret in the comments. I think that was him. He's like, we're going to war. We're going to war. Did I shit on Bret at all? No, I didn't. I was nothing but complimentary to him. So if he goes on this whole thing, goes after me and whatever, I'm going to burn shit. That's fine. You all saw what happened. I did not once do it. And by the way, he's on there talking. Bret, how come you can go on your show and talk about me and you can come on the comments, but you talk about me? You can't pick up the fucking phone and talk to me. As a matter of fact, Bret, if you want to, just come on the show now, my guy. Send me a message. You can come up here. We could talk about this shit. Why don't we just talk man to man? That's what men used to do in this country is fucking talk. Not through some fucking bitch. You're always saying, oh, you're bitch made. You're bitch made. I'm not the one dodging a conversation, my guy. And if you start some flame war, guess what I'm not going to do? Participate. Sure, I could fucking burn shit down too. But I'm not going to participate. I'm going to do the worst thing that you're going to want. And that is ignore you. That is ignore you. And I would encourage other turtle riders to do the same. Do not participate in this. They want some big flame war. They're not going to get it. I am going to say my piece, which is what I've been doing for the last hour, because the story needs to be told. I see a lot of turtle riders. They're like, oh, man, I want to support both of you guys. I love you both. I'm like, yeah, about that. About that. There's actually more to the story than that. I actually kind of got fucked over here. Like, let's be honest. Like, I got fucking dicked with again. Like, this is what I get for going and, you know, trusting people and thinking you have friends. I'm like, man, I've met Bret in real life a couple times. So why did they? All right. And again, and it's the thing. It's like, and Caitlin, I'm like, and that's what really hurt me because I'm like, oh, he's going to regret this. And I just want it to stop. But I'm like, you're burning the bridge, dude. You can't come back from that. And there is, to be clear, there is no coming back from this. Like, you can't come back. Like, after what he said about me on that show and airing my personal issues, which, by the way, were like major contributing factors to fucking my mental health breakdown, suicidal thoughts. He knew all of this. He knew all of this. He knew the whole fucking story. I've told him everything. And you betrayed me like that? You go on there and you do me like that and you're going to air my dirty laundry, dude? What the fuck did I do to you, my guy? I've been nothing but good to you. I paid you early when you asked to get paid. You didn't show up. I paid you for that fucking show anyway, didn't I? What the fuck else? What did I do wrong for you to be like, you know what? I'm going to fucking air his dirty laundry. And I know you're going to go and do that now. Guess what? I don't care. And I'm not going to participate in your bullshit. I feel bad for you, man. I feel bad for you because you have no idea what you're doing. You can't see what's happening. All of these people watching right now can see what's happening. We all heard that audio. We all could tell that Amanda's pulling the shot strings now, and it's sad to watch because nobody can do anything about that. She controls you now. It's very sad to watch. You don't even realize it, my friend. You will eventually one day, and you're going to realize what a mistake you made because we could have been something, man. I'll still be okay. I'll find somebody else who maybe it'll be as good, maybe it won't. I don't know. But this could have been you. Like, I was this close to being like hiring, you know, if I'm like, if we can generate enough revenue here, I got some things in the works here in the pipelines where I'm like, I could hire Bret on salary, pay him, you know, and have him 3 nights a week. This could be your full-time job, dude. You could be a fucking YouTube person and literally get paid and all your fucking bills are paid doing this. This could have been you, man. And you left to fucking game with Ed Salazar and some fat whore from Woonsocket. That's sad, man. It's sad when you're watching people that you care about get influenced by horrible people who don't care about their best interests. If she cared about him, she never would have encouraged doing that all publicly. Period. You don't do that. You're like, dude, you shouldn't do this. Everyone else was saying that. Like I said, the other mods, Ralph was saying that. All the people in the comments were saying that. And again, if he wants to, he knows how to text me. So if I see him in the comments and he's like starting to flame more, no respect, bro. You ain't getting respect from me. I've cussed him out in text messages. Maybe he'll even share those. I won't share them. I won't share our private communications. But I let him have it in the private messages. I go, dude, I will not do this publicly. I will not shit on you publicly. But I'm going to tell you how I really fucking feel about you right now in these private conversations. Period. Because I'm not doing that. I also don't want to establish a precedent here that everybody who comes on board leaves in a fucking flaming ball of fire, because who the fuck would ever want to work for me? You know what I mean? But, you know, this doesn't happen. There are people that help out and this doesn't actually happen. So just understand that. Okay. So again, yeah, I mean, my personal life, again, and people are like, you know, like, let's just say this, guys. My personal life is personal for a reason. You don't know anything about it. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know anything about me. Nothing. It's none of your fucking business. It's nobody's fucking business. Period. You're here to read the blogs, whatever. I'm not breaking any laws. You don't know anything about my private life, and you never will, because it's none of your fucking business. Period. I take care of my kids. I'm a good father. I pay my taxes. And I provide you people with news and entertainment. That's all you need to know. Period. Nobody cares. And again, if you knew the whole story, you'd understand. But you don't get that. You don't get that because it's none of your fucking business. And I certainly don't owe any of you an explanation about that. None. So, all right. Exactly. Joanne, it's like these people really think you guys care. It's like, no, nobody cares. Nobody cares. So anyway, anybody have any questions or anything? Fire away if you do. Exactly. Like the real fans don't give a shit, you know? You're shitting on it publicly. Nah, my guy. This is a concerned friend. This is a concerned friend who's watching a very sad thing happen. It's literally, I call her Yoko Amanda because that's what it is. Bitch broke up the Beatles. Bret and I were like Lennon and McCartney. Until Amanda came along. Yoko Amanda. We made beautiful music together. Didn't we? Exactly. I don't know if Tucker Carlson, like, what, like, would you care what Tucker Carlson does in the private life? No, because he functions differently for you. You don't care about that. Exactly. So again, please, and I mean this, do not give them any attention. That's all I'm asking. Like, don't go over there and be like, Amanda's your fucking piece of shit. Bret, you're this and that. Don't do any of that. I'm not fucking kidding. Because they win. There's nothing she wants more than a flame war. There's nothing. Because without a flame war, what do they have? Talking, oh, guess what? Update on Kearney. Oh, Kearney, guess what he did today? He freaked out again. We're going to play our favorite Kearney clips. That's all they have. I'm sick of being used for clout. I'm relevant, and there's nothing they would want more than me going at it with them. You ain't going to get that from me. I got bigger fish to fry, motherfucker. All right. Any other questions? Yeah, we did. It's very sad. I was very sad watching that. And I was sad when Kate left because I thought we were friends, you know? But, I mean, I'm starting to lose my faith in people a little bit. Not all people. There's certain people I love very much, and I will trust them more than anything. I'll never stop trusting people, period. But I'm being tested. No Turtle Club tomorrow night because of the weekend, because of the holiday and everything. Turtle Club will be back the week after that. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like by going to the channel, like it's not Bret's channel, it's her. So you're giving her attention. You know what I mean? Is this the real Connie? No. And that's the thing. It's like I got messaged by Connie and Stacy and all these people started coming out of the woodworks after the Friday night show because they smelt blood and they're just like, oh, nice. We can get into this. No, I'm not doing any of that. I'm not going to shit on Bret. I'm not doing any of that. I haven't shit on Bret this whole time. This has been a shit on Amanda thing and feel bad for Bret. But at the same time, Bret is a grown-ass man, and he does have the ability to pick up the phone and call me whenever he wants, period. You're going to get the BBJ video. Trust me. Yeah, I mean, it's all you can do, you know? You have to have faith. It's not Connie. Okay. And that was the whole thing. The reason I ignored Connie for so long, I'm like, I'm not giving my clout. Like, it's like, I'm not giving you my clout for free, man. That's what they do. It's like, and I understand it. It's like you go after the bigger fish, and by simply engaging with you, people are paying attention to you. I get it. I get the strategy, but I'm not doing that, period. Yeah, it's been a long. We went out. The shit I talked about ended at 10, and then we got into this. Okay, you don't want my picks. I just go down the line and I pick the opposite. So let me go down. So I'll tell you who I'm going to pick. I'm in first place in my pick'em league because I don't put. And I've told you guys how I do this. I just don't put any thought into it all. So I'll show you what I do. I'll show you my picks. Okay, let's do my picks right now on the Turkey Day games. And I'll tell you how I do it. Okay? So let's see. We have over here. So I'm Didi Delgado's FUPA. I'm in first place, and I don't put any guess in. So I just go here, and I'm like, okay, Here's my rule of thumb. So we got Chicago at Detroit. Detroit is an underdog by 3.5, and 51% of America picks them. I go with Chicago because that's my rule. If the favorite, which is Chicago, is under 60%, if under 60% of Americans don't pick the favorite and they're going with the underdog, I'm going with the favorite. My rationale is simple. I want to do the opposite of whatever America does. Because when you're in a pool with like 20 people like I am, or what it was, like 15 people, you're not going to win by doing what everyone else does. You have to do the opposite. So I'll either finish first or last. Like, that's my goal. So I go with Detroit. I'm going to go with Chicago, 3.5. Here we have Dallas is playing the Raiders. Dallas is favored by 7 points. So they're the favorite. And 72% of America picks Dallas. That means I have to go for Vegas because everyone's going for Dallas. Then this one, Buffalo, favored by 4.5 over New Orleans. 67% of the country picks Buffalo. That means I have to take New Orleans. That's how I do my picks. So my picks are New Orleans, Vegas, Chicago. That's how it's done right there. Any other questions? I don't know about that. Not so sure about that. That's the one thing about that I've noticed on that video. Why do they always blur it out? You'd think if it was that small, they'd show it. Interesting. Interesting. Let's just put it that way. Any other questions? No, not anymore. I'm not. I mean, if they click at the right time, I think they're the most talented team in the league. I do. But I'll tell you one problem that they have is the New England Patriots are fucking back. They're back. And we got the quarterback who clearly just has fucking winning in his veins. It's just what he does. Although, thought about this today. Has Mac Jones ever seen snow in his life? He's one of those Southern boys, isn't he? He played in the SEC, which doesn't go north. They don't play in Wisconsin or Michigan or anything like that. Has he ever seen snow? That's going to be interesting. I mean, like a lot of them have watched that video and like commented on it. A lot of men. It's very odd. It's very odd. But again, why do you guys always blur it out? I mean, you would think if there was something to laugh at there, you know what I mean? Something humiliating, you would not blur that out. But I did notice you needed one extra emoji to cover it up, didn't you? I noticed that much. It took like 4 emojis there, my guy. Just saying. Just saying. Any other questions? I did see the LeBron ball. It was nice to see somebody go after LeBron like that. That was wild. Yeah, see, they're all here, all the Peter readers. So that if you want to go over on Amanda's show, that's basically an affiliate of 𝗃𝗃 now. So just understand that. That's what that's been branded as, an affiliate of 𝗃𝗃. Any other questions? Yeah, I know. That's the weird part. I mean, I guess I could understand a woman watching it, although I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't want to just because it's weird. But just, the intrigue. But if I get sent a video of another man doing that, even if they're my worst enemy, I ain't hitting play, brother. No, I'll have nightmares about that. Nightmares. And they willingly did it like multiple times and then did like book reviews of it. Like Gaffney did a frame by frame shit. It was weird. Okay. Anything else? I don't know when the next court day is. Yeah, the Ryan Waters thing was pushed off today. That's correct. So how's my boiler running? You can hear that, Eddie Ellison? Not bad. No, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, my life is mentally draining. Like, I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack one of these days. Like, my life, my fucking heart pressure or whatever. Blood pressure is probably off the charts, but it's just my life. It's just, I'm fucking used to it. And then politics is driving me nuts too. So it all comes together, but it's not as bad as it was in like January. January, it really hit the fan. Like that was when the Ashley St. Angelo thing was a major contributor to that. And obviously other people who shall not be named. And I'm not, you'll never hear that story from me, by the way. I will, if I told you that story, your like jaws would drop. You'd be like, oh my God, that is the most evil person who ever lived. But again, I'm not doing that because I don't give irrelevant people attention. And I also don't air my personal shit for the airwaves. You don't get that, period. Is this really, I mean, if he wants to come up, he can, man. If you want it, I'm here. Copy. There it is. Boom. Anyone else have any questions? I know, it's like, I can't, it's like, it's, you don't understand, though, Deb. It's like, I have kids. There's a lot of other factors to that, you know? Yeah, sometimes you got to take the high road. You know, it's just my life, right? Exactly. It's just, it is, you know? Believe me, I'm not going to fall for the porn bomb. No Thanksgiving Thursday live. Unless we want to watch the game together, the Bills Saints game. Probably not, though. Probably not. Probably not. I saw some girl named Kayla back there. Kayla, who are you? Wave to me. I saw your face already, Kayla. Is there a reason you'd like to come on? I saw you waving there. I can't get porn bombed. I feel like I'm going to get porn bombed. No offense. I just would need to know why you want to come on. And then really I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Sorry, Kayla, I can't do it. That was for Bret if he wanted to come on. I saw him in the comments. So if he wanted to come on, he was more than welcome to, but I can't take the risk of the porn bomb. Sorry. No offense. Any chance the comments turn back on the app? So no, because there's no more Turtleboy Sports. That blog is done. And the reason I turned the comments off there, Chris, was because I don't want people going to that website anymore because that website is demonetized and drives traffic away from TV Daily News, which is not demonetized and which is the primary site. So people were still going to Turtleboy Sports for the comments. And I'm like, well, if that's what's doing it, then we need to shut that down because I don't want people going there. It's like having an empty store and all your customers are going to the empty store. It's like, no, don't want that. Don't want that. Okay. Anything else, guys, before we call it a night? Yeah, exactly. Of course it is, Bret. Of course it is. And I'm not falling for that. So, anyway. Anyone else want to come on? All right. Any more questions, guys, before we call it a night? Is the settlement really just Amanda? I mean, it's Amanda's show. Bret will obviously still be on there, but she's in charge of the show, obviously. I mean, you hear my voice. I guess I still got a little something, but yeah, I mean, this was the chance. So you guys heard me, is what it is. Well, Brittany's a turtle rider. I mean, Brittany's always been a turtle rider. Always. She's always been a supporter of what I do, period. She was temporarily for like a week a PETA reader. But a lot of people fell for that bullshit. And she actually called into the show and was like really concerned. I've always liked Brittany. I've always appreciated her support. So I'm always going to have her back, period. Okay, Amanda. Sure thing. Again, if that's really Bret, which I know it's not, that's it. There's the link. Last chance to call in, be a man, talk to me face to face. That's it. All right. Why did you again, see, I won't even answer this. It's like, because if you want to talk face to face, my guy. I don't believe that's you. So, yeah. That's it. I can guarantee you'll never get a porn bomb from me. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate that. All right, guys. So I guess that's the end of it. We will call it a night then. And I'll keep you guys posted about whether or not we're going to do a stream one of these other nights. All right. Peace, Turtle Riders.